Hi, I'm Dr. Jimmy Mody. I've been practicing as a psychotherapist in Mumbai for about 21 years now. I have put together a few small, easy to follow self-help steps for those of you who need help with depression or low mood feelings. First, a little bit about depression. According to the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, depression is on the rise. The total estimated number of people living with depression worldwide has increased by 18.5% between 2005 and 2015, peaking at about 322 million people. That's a lot of people, almost as many people who have a common cold. 80% of people with mental disorders in India and China, however, do not seek help. Whereas in the West and other parts of the world, people are realizing that seeking help is no longer a taboo. If you can get help for a dental problem, you can get help for a cough, a cold, you can get help for fever, you can get help for any of the medical emergencies that you face. You can get help for depression. You can see a therapist or a psychiatrist. 1 out of 15 people in the UK itself have attempted suicide at some point in their lives. That's a lot of people. It's not worth getting to that point. If you need help, get help. And if you're too shy to do that, well, here are some steps that I'm going to offer you today. 6 steps, self-help guide for depression. Try them, but you have to make the effort. So here goes. Okay. Number 1, stop all ruminations. Stop sitting in a corner or in a quiet or dark room, sulking, ruminating, pondering, brooding. Get active. Get out. Do something. Stop being self-absorbed, thinking only about yourself and your problems. Number 2, we all have negative thoughts that recur and persistently recur. Some of us more than others. People suffering from depression or low self-feelings usually have more than their share of negative thinking. Let's call these negative automatic thoughts because they persist and most of all they repeat. You must counter each and every negative automatic thought specifically with a possible alternative thought. I'm not talking about positive thinking. I'm not suggesting positive thinking at all. I'm suggesting possible alternative ways of thinking to the persistent, repetitive, negative automatic thoughts that you get. That way you loosen the hold that these negative automatic thoughts will have on you. Step number 3 is physical exercise. Yes, believe it or not, physical exercise has a great effect on the brain, on brain chemicals. Certain brain chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, BDNF are affected by physical exercise. They can get stimulated by, say, physical exercise. You need to stimulate these brain chemicals. Exercise is medicine. Yes? Exercise changes the brain. Try it to find out about it. Number 4, sunlight exposure. Simple things, but you must make the effort to do them. Sunlight exposure. All the countries that have very little sunlight in the northern hemisphere of the world suffer from something called seasonal affective disorder, SAD, popularly known as SAD. Yes? This affects your body's circadian rhythms and it affects your sleep patterns as well. Okay. Number 5 is you need to get enough sleep every day. The average body's need for sleep is 6.5 hours. Your body's sleep patterns get disrupted because the circadian rhythms are disrupted, and you need to get them all back into sync again. And number 6, last but not least, is social support. You need to be involved with people rather than run from people. You need to make an effort to do this. Get involved in people-related activities. Join a class, pottery, book reading, how to make money on the stock market, whatever takes your fancy. Get involved with people. Make regular contacts with your friends. This is what you need to do. If you want to help yourself, you need to make that little bit of effort. And if your depression is severe, is chronic, then don't be afraid of consulting a psychiatrist and a psychotherapist. You might need some medication, and that's fine. Medication today is constantly evolving and developing. So go and find out about it for yourself. Be informed. Don't become a stick in the mud. I wish you all the best. And if you want to contact me, I'm available through Lybrate.